All right, let's take a look at some doubles points. I love the lob here. These guys are serving and volleying almost exclusively. But I think just looking at their positions here, lob looks like a great option to me. And this guy actually makes a mistake here. He gets in front of his net partner. So you typically want to be on a stagger. Net person straight across from the ball should be closer to the net. So something to be aware of, that lob on the second ball is a good option. This is a great lob. Guy hits a good tweener. You guys could have done better here. As soon as you recognize this lob, you guys really need to hustle up to the net. It's just a little too casual here. This needs to be a sprint up to the net. So as soon as you make this return, you got to catch your balance, get up to the net. Just get up there quicker. I think this could have been a winner because there was so much up in court. You're still really just trying to make your way up to the net. Not a fan of this setup here. So let's talk about what are our roles. So if you're the net person, your role is to try to convince the returner to hit the ball to you. If you're standing here, even if you poach, it really puts you in a precarious position because you've got to take so many steps to get to the middle. So if your center of your body was about here, then you would have just 1 or 2 steps to cover the middle on the poach. And if your signal was the line, then as soon as the ball bounces in the service box, you take a little step to the left to cover the line. And that puts a little more pressure on this returner, knowing that, hey, you're going to be moving around. So from here, this puts a lot of pressure on the server in this position. Understand you're covering the line, but the best way to cover the line is to start in the middle. As soon as this ball bounces, take a little step to the left, give this guy a distraction, because this ball right here should have been right to you. And the reason he hit it down the middle because he's smart, because there's so much space here. He's assuming that the server sees the net person's position. They need to cover they have a lot of court to cover, so they're going to have to try to move back. So you can even see Harrison's first move is to try to cover the cross court. But had the position been more in the middle of this box, that volley would have been a lot easier, most likely to put away. So same thing here. This is a little better, but I'd like to see you half a step more to the left, more to the center. And then if you're covering the line, then you take a little step to the right. Again, just a little too far to the left in my opinion. I'd like to see more in the middle of this box. I like this position of the server. Gives you the option to hit the T serve and out wide. And another thing that I'm noticing is this moving back. So this is just a neutral return. It's deep and high, but good players aren't going to really have any trouble with this. I think Harrison needed to get back behind the baseline and defend a little bit more. We shouldn't be moving back on this. We should be standing our ground, because as soon as you move back, you put a little extra pressure on the server to do something a little bit more with this ball, because knowing that they have so much more to defend. Because anything kind of down the middle that would normally be poached off by the server's partner is going to be tough to handle if you're moving back. So I would say you need to be a little bit more in the middle of this box and then a little bit closer to the net. Sure, give them this miracle shot down the alley. So now again, you guys are really not in good positions here. It would be tough to win this point, just given where you guys are, kind of standing in no man's land. Look at this point. Again, I would say a half a step to the left here. If you're going to cover the line, then it's just 1 step to the right. Again, we're moving back. Why are we moving back here? Again, this is a neutral return. This ball just barely bounced past the service line. We shouldn't be moving back. We should be holding our ground here, because the more you move back, then that gives the returning team just more space to hit into. So I think this is a poach, but in my opinion, you should be poaching from the middle, not from this position. We're having to take multiple steps just to get to the position where you should start from. So to get to the middle, you'd have to take 4 steps to get to the middle.
Nice.
All right, I think the court positioning, standing your ground at the net, and just considering that lobs are good and viable options for returns would help you guys. Be happy to help you work on